Hello everyone, my name is Tam from Grand Canyon University. In this presentation today, I'm going to explain the cloud computing. Cloud computing has become a popular term these days, and rightfully so. It has become integral part of technology world. Let's begin by defining the cloud computing. So, cloud computing refers to on-demand delivery of computing services through the internet. It offers many types of services, which include infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service, and desktop as a service. So let's try to understand these types of service. There are four main types of cloud services. Each service has its own unique characteristic and difference, so it is important to understand them and choose the right one. Infrastructure as a service offers virtualized computing resources such as servers, storage, and networking over the internet. It allows organizations to scale up or down as needed and pay only what they use. Platform as a service provide a platform for developers to build, test, and deploy applications without having to manage the underlying infrastructure. It includes tools and services for application development, integration, and deployment. Software as a service delivers the software applications over the internet, allowing users to access them through a web browser or web mobile app. It typically offers a subscription basis and managed by the provider. Desktop as a service provide all the requirement resources to run the desktop environment without the need for local infrastructure. Understanding the difference between these four models can help organizations make informed decisions about which cloud service model to choose based on the specific need and requirement. Next is virtualization platform. So virtualization platform are software tools that create virtual machine on physical server. The virtual machine can run on different operating systems and applications that sharing the physical resources of the server. The virtualization platform play a crucial role in cloud computing by enabling the creation and management of virtual resources in a highly efficient and scalable manner. Some virtualization platforms are VMware, Hyper-V, Amazon EC2, and Oracle VirtualBox. The benefits of virtualization platform include increase the utilization of physical resources, improve server consolidation, greater flexibility and agility in managing IT infrastructure, and it also improve the disaster recovery and business continuity. Lastly, it reduces the operation costs. When it comes to cloud computing, there are four main deployment models, which is private, public, hybrid, and community cloud. Let's take a closer look at each of these models and their key characteristics. The first one is private cloud, which is a model in which resources are dedicated to a single organization and are not shared with other customers. Private cloud can be hosted internally or externally and are typically used by organizations with strict security, compliance, or governance requirements. Private cloud offers greater control and customization than public cloud, but might be less flexible and more expensive. Public cloud is a model in which resources are made available to the general public over the internet. These resources are owned and operated by a third-party cloud service provider who offer customers on a pay-per-use basis. Public cloud are highly scalable and offer a high degree of flexibility, but may not be suitable for organizations with high security or compliance requirements. Next is hybrid cloud. A hybrid cloud is a model that combines elements of public and private cloud. In hybrid cloud, some resources are hosted in the public cloud, while others are hosted on a private cloud. Hybrid cloud offer the benefit of both public and private cloud, allowing organizations to take advantage of scalability and flexibility of public cloud while maintaining the security and control of private cloud. Next is community cloud. A community cloud is a cloud computing model in which resources are shared by several organizations with a common interest, such as compliance or security requirement. Community cloud are typically owned and operated by a third-party cloud service provider who provide access to shared infrastructure to multiple customers. Community cloud offer benefits such as cost sharing and collaboration, but may have limited scalability. Next, we talk about service-oriented architecture or SOA. This is a design pattern in which application components provide services to other components. One of the key characteristics of SOA is that it promotes loose coupling between different components. This means that components can be updated or replaced without affecting the rest of the application. It also means that the component can be reused across different applications. There are several benefits of using SOA in cloud computing. One is that it promotes scalability as components can be added or removed when needed. Another is that it encourages reusability, which can save time and money in development. Additionally, SOA can help to improve the reliability and robustness of application because components can be designed to be resilient in the face of failure. Okay, let's compare and contrast the local resource control and network requirement for cloud computing versus traditional computing. One of the primary benefits of cloud computing is reduce the local resource requirements. With cloud services, organizations can access powerful computing resources without having to invest in expensive hardware and infrastructure. However, this also means that organizations have less control over their resources and data. In contrast, the local resources requirements for traditional computing are much higher because organizations must maintain their own server, storage, and networking equipment. This provides greater control over the data and resources, but come at a higher cost. Cloud computing requires a reliable internet connection, which can be a challenge for some organizations. Additionally, cloud service introduce new security risks, such as data breach and cyber attack. However, the cloud provider typically have more advanced security measures in place than many organizations could afford to implement on their own. Traditional computing rely on a local network, which can be vulnerable to physical threats like theft or damage. However, they are generally easier to secure than cloud services because organizations have greater control over their network architecture and security protocol. Cloud computing brings many benefits, but it also presents several security challenges. In this slide, we will cover the main security threats in cloud computing and some of the most common mitigation that can be used to address them. First, let's talk about the security threats. Some of the most significant ones include data breach, unauthorized access, denial of a service attack. The attack can lead to data loss, service interruption, and damage to company reputation. To mitigate the threat, cloud provider and user can implement several security measures such as access control, encryption, monitoring, and auditing. Access control can limit who access to data and service. Encryption can protect data at rest and in transit. Monitoring and auditing can detect and respond to security incidents. However, even with these measures in place, cloud computing systems can be still vulnerable to attacks. Factors such as shared infrastructure, complex architecture, and third-party dependency can increase the overall vulnerability of cloud environment. Next, we talk about the cloud storage. Cloud storage is a cloud computing model where data is stored on a remote server and accessible over the internet. The main benefit of cloud storage are its scalability and flexibility, which means the user can easily increase or decrease the amount of storage they need and access the data from anywhere at any time. In addition, cloud storage providers typically offer data redundancy and disaster recovery solutions to ensure data availability and integrity. However, there are also some risks associated with cloud storage. One of the biggest risks is data loss, which can happen due to the various factors such as human error, system failure, or cyber attack. Another risk is data theft, which can occur if the third party gain unauthorized access to the cloud storage provider system. Additionally, some organizations may have regulatory and compliance requirements that prevent them from using certain cloud storage services, or they may have concern about privacy and security of their data in the cloud. Okay, let's talk about the legal and privacy issue. As we move to the cloud, it is important to consider the legal and privacy issues that come with it. Cloud computing can involve the processing and storage of sensitive data, and it is crucial that we comply with relevant laws and regulations to ensure the safety and privacy of our data. Organizations must ensure that their cloud provider also comply with the relevant regulations and standards such as PCI DSS or HIPAA. They must also take steps to protect sensitive data and ensure that it is not accessed or used improperly. Okay, this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening and have a great day.